Dreaming of being in an elevator. Hi, everyone. So, you dreamt being in an elevator. I hope that elevator was going up and not down. So, this interpretation is for people who were in an elevator that was going up, that was ascending. Okay. Um, Let us understand that dreams are the creator's way of communicating to us. So it's good for us to write down our dreams, and it's good for us to really pray and ask the Lord to help us to remember our dreams, because it's God's way of letting us know what's up ahead, or to warn us, or to encourage us. So this is a beautiful dream if the loved was indeed going up. Let's first talk about circumstances surrounding such a dream. Usually, in a dream like this, there is a setting that comes before that, or a scene that goes before that. Okay? And that is a clue for you to know, as far as elevation is concerned, because now as you get into the elevator going up, that's an elevation of your life. So, as for circumstances surrounding, or as far as shedding light to where you're going, the scene that played out before, it's a sign. It's a sign. Like, what happened before you got into an elevator? What was the scene that played out before? Okay, think about it. Before you got into an elevator, was it that you were walking on gravel road? What happened? Or before you got into the elevator, the scene before, were you jumping? Did, like, was it required that you jump over a river? Before you came into the scene, were you in a conversation with someone? Was there an event that took place? Those are the kind of things that are a clue to help you interpret the dream. Okay, so now let us come to this scene of the elevator. Now that you have an idea that a scene before that, it's helping to shed light concerning the elevator. Now, if it so happened that there was no scene that was before that, then we would want to concentrate on the conversation that was being had. But actually, usually there's a scene that comes before that. Okay, there's usually a scene that comes before that. But like I said, we'll look also as to oh yeah, the dreams that usually just end in the dreams which after the elevator part is done, it will be just one more scene, or the elevator itself is the end of the dream. Or if there is no scene that came before, if the people were quiet in the elevator, or the conversations that were had can't shed light to help to interpret this dream further, then I need you to remember the building. The building. This elevator was in a building. Like, you want to study the building and the environment. That will shed light. Okay? So, you are in an elevator. Okay? The elevator is going up. Let us understand, when you are in an elevator, you you are at the mercy of the elevator. Do you understand? It can either go up or go down. So now in this instance, you are going up, and you have no control of how fast the elevator is going. So whether the elevator is going up fast or going up slow, so long as it is going up, we are on the same page. Okay? Stick with me. An elevator is enclosed, and it's an enclosed space. Okay, and if you notice, there's usually just only a maximum amount of people that can be accommodated in the lift. And do not so much as pay attention to as to whether it was crowded or whether it was empty. Let us just be happy that you are in it and you are ascending. Okay. So with regards to the elevator in itself moving up, it's representative of many things, because at this time it's like a resting stage. Like you're not doing anything, you just are. You are just at that place, you just occupying space in the elevator. So there is other powers at work. So it is the Lord, is the supernatural also that is at play. Let us understand that before anything happens in the physical, it happened in the spirit. So this is very much representative of you being elevated in the spiritual realm. And let us start with the most important, that is the spiritual aspect of it. Okay? With regards to the spiritual aspect of you being in an elevator, it shows your growth in God. And in understanding an elevator, it is going through different levels. So there is that grace for you to grow quickly in God. There is an accelerated pace that's been put, whether it is slow or fast or super fast, it really doesn't matter. Like I said, if you're going up, it's a good dream. Okay. So you are growing in God at that accelerated or graced kind of environment. Okay, so it means you are quickly growing in God, and you can expect to walk in greater authority in God. There's a lot of spiritual growth. So be open to learning, and let it be an encouragement for you to pray more, to read the Bible more, to know more about God for yourself. Okay? There's great spiritual encounters up ahead. And let us not limit spiritual encounters to angelic encounters and encounters with the Lord Jesus. No, it could also be a lot of revelations through everyday the everyday world just playing out in front of us, and also increased dreams, increased visions. And for some, perhaps they are dreamers, but they've not been dreamers like that. And it just means that there could also be an impartation of new giftings, in which now the person dreams more and the person is getting more visions. All I'm trying to say is, as far as the spiritual growth is concerned, we cannot even limit it to just one aspect of it. So it's a whole new world. So it's a beautiful world. Okay. So that's very good. That is the spiritual part of it. Growing in God at an accelerated rate, at a speed that is helped, is in a graced, like you would not have been able to get there that fast, or you would not have been able to get there in a normal fashion. So there's a grace that was allowed to you. That's a spiritual aspect. Okay. The spiritual aspect is important because it is what opens the door for the physical now to play out. And that is inclusive of God now giving you wisdom. God giving you wisdom. Okay. Wisdom to make decisions, to make informed decisions, wise decisions, good financial sound decisions, to be able to just advance financially. Okay. And I will not touch on the elevated dream and not mention the financial part of it. That is why I'm saying, like, take time, look at the building outside. Was it a corporate kind of a building? Because that's where the blessing is gonna come in. It's another way in which the blessing can come in through your career, through business, or through work. Okay. Um. Yeah. Okay. So now, sorry, I just got interrupted. So, in your elevation, like I said, I cannot touch it without touching the financial part. Yes, I was talking about the corporate. So, look at the building. So, if it's a corporate building, you know that is the career, or look at it like, was it a church? Like, look at it like, what did you get to see the building? Did you get to see the building? It will let you know more or less how the blessing will come in. And if you cannot figure out how the blessing is going to come in or how God's going to bless you, it doesn't matter. You're going to be blessed regardless. You are going forward and upwards regardless. Whether you can interpret your dream accurately or not, it does not take away the fact that you are being promoted. You are being accelerated in the spirit, in the physically, also, and with physically, you see my you saw my I touched on wisdom, so it's I touched on your mind, so it is to do also with your mental well-being. That is why I touched on that, the peace, the peace, and to be in the right space to be able to make the right decisions, therefore opening financial doors. So it's like this on that, it's just different layers. Okay, the spiritual, the mental, then the financial. Okay, so it's a beautiful dream. So with regards to being in an elevator, let us look at the elevator itself. You have no control of how many people are in the elevator. Do not be caught up whether it was empty. I mean, like whether it was you alone or there were few people or it was crowded. If you're going up, you're going up. It doesn't matter. Okay. And another thing, let us be aware of being, when you are in an elevator, it's an enclosed place. So you know that it's a supernatural, it's your own supernatural encounter because it is God that is in control. And as you are going up, you are passing through different levels. So we spoke about different levels spiritually. Now let us talk different levels as far as the mental part is concerned. That's why I spoke about wisdom, you know. So you're going up mentally. As far as your wisdom is concerned, different levels, you are going up. Okay. And then also financially, you are increasing, you are going up. That's a beautiful thing about being in an elevator. There are levels that you're just passing and you just literally just, floating up through, with ease. So you see the grace part with just ease. You're just going through, in life, through different levels. You get into a level, you adjust yourself, you learn, you open your mind, and you gather information, you gather knowledge and wisdom. Then you move from level A to level B. You keep on level 1 to level 2, from level 2 to level 3. That's how it goes. But in an elevator, that's why I'm talking about the acceleration. There is no opening of the door. You come into this level, you learn, then you go to you're just shooting up. How unfair is that? How unfair is that? That is grace for you. That is grace for you. Okay. So do not forget to thank your maker. He loves you. Okay. So being in an elevator, like I said, like you have no control. Like it's the circumstances of your life that are playing out, and it's the Lord now that is intervening. So it's the Lord now that is intervening. So it means also, it says also a lot about the decisions you have made up until this point for the Lord to allow you to have such a dream. And I don't care how far back you've had this dream, if you understood the dream properly and it never played out yet, just know that it's going to play out. And if it's taking longer, every year that passes, just understand that it's actually a whole lot bigger than you think, or it's a whole lot bigger and weightier, and it's more influence than you had initially imagined. Okay. So being in an elevator going up, it's a beautiful dream. It's a good dream. So if you had this dream, like after this, do take time to go on your knees and to thank your maker and to thank your maker. It's a beautiful dream. I think I've said all I needed to say. It's a spiritual aspect of it, your mental health, the finances, you being at the mercy of God's grace because you can't just stop it anyhow. It's just moving up. It's just moving up. And some of you, the dream can even end with you just going higher and higher and higher and higher and higher, and yeah. So also be encouraged, like have faith for God to take you further and higher. Open yourself to possibilities and dream higher for the Lord. dream higher for the Lord. When you have influence, you'll be able to affect even more areas, even more people in your life. Okay. So I hope that you were blessed by this dream interpretation. So thank you guys. God bless.